Imperial runs away from the Connaught crew. Max runs away from, the same. 3 people this time. Cesty sets an explosive off, killing Reddy and Doodle. Holy shit. Gaming Sam runs away from the thingy. Mindmon runs away from the thingy. Necromancer runs away from the thingy. Wyson finds a cutscene full of water. Jack runs away from the thingy again. Duke grabs a jar of fishing bait while Sonic Freak gets fishing gear. Media snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Do you have anything to explain? Wild Aces and TGX fight for a bag. TGX gives up and retreats. Silik runs away from the thingy. Lecton grabs the shield leaning on the thingy. Booga runs away from the thingy. Avenue runs away. Petrify stays. 4 people this time. Genetics, Huss, Skyan, and Vietcong Vice Farmer share everything they gathered before running. Day 1. Lecton stabs Duke while his back is turned. Holy mo. Wyson injures himself. Imperial is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Mindmon goes hunting. Booker travels to higher ground. TGX forces Dirty Max to kill Skyan or Cesty. He decides to kill Skyan. Holy fuck. Wild Aces attempts to climb a tree but falls on Media, killing them both. What the hell? Sam overhears Silik and Vietcong talking in the distance. Petrify discovers a cave. Sonic Freak scares Avenue off. Jack camouflages himself in the bushes. Genetics is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Huss stabs Necromancer while his back is turned. 7 people died so far. Doodle, Necromancer, Media, Duke, Skyan, Reddy, and Wild Aces. Night 1. Genetics and Imperial huddle for warmth. Avenue is unable to start a fire and sleep without warmth. TGX, Sonic Freak, and Wyson sleep in shifts. Vietcong stays awake all night. Sally convinces Sam to snuggle with him. Max convinces Jack to snuggle with him. Mindmon sets up camp for the night. Lecton attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Huss looks at the night sky. Cesty tries to sing himself to sleep. Petrify is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Booker sets up camp for the night. Day 2. Vietcong begs for Avenue to kill him. He refuses, keeping Vietcong alive. TGX tends to Booker's wound. Sam sprains his ankle while running away from Cesty. Max, Petrify, and Silik get into a fight. Max triumphantly kills them both. Imperial camouflages himself in the bushes. Lecton receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Freak and Wyson hunt for other tributes. Jack, Mindmon, Huss, and Genetics hunt for other tributes. 2 more people died this round. Petrify and Silik. Night 2. Booker and Avenue talk about the tributes still alive. Imperial receive fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Wyson convinces Vietcong to snuggle with him. Cesty defeats Sam in a fight, but spares his life. Lecton receives medieval supplies from an unknown sponsor. Genetics, TGX, Jack, and Mindmon tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Max receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Sonic Freak tracks down and kills Huss. Day 3. Wyson, Vietcong, Jack, and Genetics hunt for other tributes. Sam constructs a shack. Lecton severely slices Booker with a sword. Avenue discovers a cave. Sonic Freak, Mindmon, Imperial, and Dirty Max raid Cesty's camp while he is hunting. TGX camouflages himself in the bushes. Huss and Booga were the only two that died this round. Night 3. Max quietly hunts. Sam cries himself to sleep. Mindman looks at the night sky. Cesty is awoken by nightmares. Lecton severely injures Sonic Freak and leaves him to die. Viet Cong sets up camp for the night. Imperial receives medieval supplies from an unknown sponsor. Genetics receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Avenue tends to TGX wounds. Ryzen passes out from exhaustion. Jack thinks about winning. Day 4. Viet Cong tries to spear fish with a trident. Jack, Sam and Cesty get into a fight. Jack triumphantly kills them both. Avenue receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Genetics searches for a water source. Imperial receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Ryzen, Max, TGX and Lecton raid Mindman's camp while he is hunting. Son of a bitch. Sonic Freak, Sam and Cesty were the only people that died this round. Night 4. Jack begs for Ryzen to kill him. He refuses, keeping Jack alive. Lecton, Imperial, Viet Cong, Mindman and TGX sleep in shifts. Genetics fall into a pit that dies. Avenue convinces Max to snuggle with him. The feast. Ryzen decides not to go to the feast. Viet Cong attacks Imperial, but Max protects him, killing Viet Cong. Avenue gathers as much food into a bag as he can before fleeing. Lecton bashes Jack's head against a rock several times. Mindman decides not to go to the feast. TGX decides not to go to the feast. Day 5. Max, Mindman and Ryzen hunt for other tributes. TGX camouflages himself in the bushes. Lecton tries to sleep through the entire day. Imperial tends to Avenue's wounds. Arena event. Ryzen knocks Avenue unconscious and leaves him there as bait. Mindman survives. Lecton survives. Max survives. While running away from the tracker jackers, Imperial grabs TGX and throws him to the ground. Genetics, Viet Cong, Jack, Avenue and TGX died that round, leaving Max, Ryzen, Lecton, Mindman and Imperial in the top 5. Night 5. Max and Lecton track down and kill Imperial. Ryzen tends to Mindman's ruins. Day 6. Ryzen kills Mindman for his supplies. Max sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Lecton practices his archery. Imperial and Mindman died that round, leaving Max, Ryzen and Lecton left in the top 3. Night 6. Lecton cooks his food before putting his fire out. Ryzen decapitates Max with his sword. Day 7. Ryzen bashes Lecton's head against a rock several times, meaning that Ryzen is the winner of the Bad Business YouTube Hunger Games. Congrats! This video was actually really fun to make, and it's actually gonna be my longest video so far, but I don't really mind that. Anyway, hope you have a good day and bye!